Always watching.
The only place you're going to be safe in this place is the drum.
Always hungry.
Welcome to the Beast House.
The Beast never sleeps. Series premiere Wednesday, 10/9 Central on ABC. Viewer discretion advised.
My romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need one thing but you.
Ralph Lauren Romance Men for Father's Day. Special gift collections available at Macy's.
Here's to letting the wind comb your hair once in a while. A little bit of freedom goes a long way. Crystal Light. Now the 5 fruit flavors you love are in a bottle. And just 5 calories. Available in your grocer's juice aisle.
You know what I love about this place? Breakfast. I can have all the smooth, creamy Philadelphia cream cheese I want. A bagel without Philadelphia should be considered a sin. Just a suggestion.
You are invited to the biggest celebration in Los Angeles theater history, The Lion King at the Pantages Theater. New seats go on sale every day for the musical that has audiences leaping to their feet. Everything you've heard is true. Call Ticketmaster 213-365-5555. It's your turn to be a part of the celebration.
As a mom, I worry about spraying pesticides around my family. Then I discovered Bioganic Safety Brands. It's made with select plant oils, so it's safe around kids and pets. It kills bugs fast. Plus, it has a good housekeeping seal, which is why I trust Bioganic. Because you never know what your kids are going to get into. Bioganic Safety Brands. Proven to kill bugs fast.
Closed captioning provided by the maker of the following product.
That smells! Someone refill that Glade plug-in!
Don't forget to refill your Glade plug-ins.
Plug it in! Plug it in!
Another rollback saves the day by saving you even more. Walmart, always low prices, always.
Wait a minute, not on colors.
But look at this stain.
You need Clorox too.
That's me. What Clorox bleach does for whites, I do for colors. Cool. Thanks.
That's my Clorox too.
Clorox 2, the Clorox bleach for colors.
Take away the sexy clothes and underwear. And put on the silkiest thing of all. Caress Silkening Body Lotion. It can make every woman feel even more beautiful. Before you dress, caress.
People everywhere are putting their finger on Pam, the most versatile way to cook with flavor. It's the main ingredient for any meal and is making its way around the kitchen to broil, roast, saute, and even stir-fry. Nowadays, it seems everything you cook calls for a touch of Pam. All-encompassing, all-natural. Pam really cooks.
Right now, during Mervyn Super Sale, lots of cool stuff is under $20. Like these jeans, under 20. Of course, if you're one of those people who thinks there must be something wrong with a pair of jeans that cost less than 20 bucks, here's the good news. The sale ends Saturday. So you can come back on Sunday and pay full price. Okay? Or not. Mervyn Super Sale. Lots of cool stuff under $20. But hurry, it ends Saturday.
At Albertsons, we not only offer you a variety of over 300 different kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables, we also offer you a variety of ways to choose them. So you can get what you want, the way you want. How's that for a fresh idea? Looking for something fresh? Albertsons, it's your store.
It's the all-new National Enquirer. Bigger, better, and bolder than ever before. With 25% more pages, the new Enquirer is packed with in-depth, one-of-a-kind features and photos you won't find anywhere else. More pages of hard-hitting Enquirer investigations that have made us the hottest paper in the country. More pages of Hollywood's hottest gossip and your favorite celebrities. The new Enquirer. Everything you love about America's best-selling paper and lots more of it. Pick it up today.
Night on World News Tonight. Wildfires trucks can't get to. The smoke jumpers who can.
Training is more intense than anything I've ever experienced in my life.
Trained to fight from the air. As they hang on for their lives, will they be able to stop this summer's fires? On World News Tonight.
The right song is on at the right time. It's the difference between a good day and a bad day. It's simple for me. K-Big 104 just plays the right songs. K-Big is LA's upbeat listen-at-work station. It's really nice to flip on K-Big and know, oh, great, they get it.
For Father's Day, we're number one. Shop at Ross, it's lots of fun. Shop at Ross. Score big, make that day. Ross has gifts for work or play. Shop shopping, you're shopping at Ross. Go to Ross, go, go, go. Everything is priced so low. Shopping at Ross.
Save up to 65% compared to department stores every day.
Dad's the best. Give a cheer. All the best friends are here. There's always something new when you're shopping at Ross.
Wow, it's an exciting day, an amazing time. It's an explosive, powerful day. It's a good day. The Festival of Shrimp is on.
Now walking at Panda Express. Festival of Shrimp, on now.
That's Mo the Bear. Mo, say hi.
Hello, Larry.
You know me?
Have a Hebrew National hot dog. Fresh kosher beef, nothing artificial.
Just why?
Now take one over to your wife.
My wife? I wish.
Trust me, Larry.
Hebrew National. We answer to a higher authority.
The right song is on at the right time. It's the difference between a good day and a bad day. It's simple for me. K-Big 104 just plays the right songs. K-Big is LA's upbeat listen-at-work station. It's really nice to flip on K-Big and know, oh, great, they get it.
She told her parents she was going on a church outing, but now this Southland girl has disappeared. Is there an internet connection? I'm Michelle Tuzzi, live in the ABC7 Broadcast Center. Also on Eyewitness News, a contaminated cantaloupe sends this toddler to the hospital, so who should pay? Plus, is your smoke detector working correctly? Important new information. And what did cavemen eat? Right after Oprah learned the ancient secrets of living lean and staying heart attack and stroke free.
You need some help?
Yeah. The new Chevy Tracker LT.
Just put in neutral.
Now with a powerful V6 engine. It thinks big.
Make sure your parking brake's off.
Chevy Tracker. Like a rock.
Too young for wrinkles? Stay that way. Now Nivea brings you Alpha Flavone, the powerful plant-derived antioxidant found only in new Alpha Flavone moisturizer. So you can help stop that first wrinkle before it starts.
Dear Aleve, when my wife took pain relievers like Tylenol for her bad headaches, they'd work a while, then quit. So she tried the Aleve I take for arthritis pain.
Just 2 Aleve can work all day. That could take 8 Tylenol.
Now her headaches are gone all day. Thanks, Aleve.
My doctor called it a natural cycle. As we age, our cartilage wears down and we're less flexible. The less we move, the more our joints feel it. Now I've broken that cycle with Move Free.
Move Free contains the amounts of glucosamine and chondroitin recommended by researchers to help rebuild and lubricate joint cartilage.
Break the cycle.
Move better, feel better with Move Free from Schiff. Look for Schiff's complete line of joint care products, including Move Free Plus MSM.
Out of blue? Just replace the blue. The Canon S600 bubble jet printer with individual ink tanks. It's a major leap in color printing. It's technology that makes sense.
You already know you're supposed to take care of your teeth. And you know what happens if you don't. We know you've been meaning to call a dentist. You're gonna call soon, really. There's
There's so much stuff you need to do before you call. Feed the dog, call your mother, and you need to research the dentist. Or you can do the smart thing. Let 1-800-DENTIST do the research for you. Come on, call 1-800-DENTIST today.
According to my analysis, we gallon-sized bleaches are bigger than Ultra Clorox bleach because we contain 2 pounds more water. That's why you weigh so much more.
It's only water.
But it's 2 pounds more water.
Ultra Clorox bleach whitening without the weight.
Hey, America. My Chef's Triple Combos start at just $7.99, only at Sizzler. Try my sirloin, Malibu chicken, and fried shrimp combo, starting at just $7.99. You'll get a lot more than you pay for at Sizzler.
You lay around. They play around. The all-inclusive Club Med family vacation from $8.99 a week. Call 1-800-CLUB-MED or your travel agent.
What is Nicorette? Nicotine replacement gum. It helps you stop smoking cigarettes, but you don't chew it like regular gum. You bite Nicorette until it tingles. Then you hold it between your cheek and your gum. And you get a lower level of nicotine to help you fight your cravings. And as your cravings get fewer and fewer, you use less and less and less Nicorette until you use none. And none is a wonderful number.
Nicorette Orange helps you fight your cravings, your habit, your way. You can do it. Nicorette Orange can help.
Want to thank Dad for being here. Dad, how about fixing up his wardrobe? This Father's Day, come to Kmart for terrific deals on clothes from your favorite brands. All men's polos, Henleys, and tees are on sale. And all men's jeans, slacks, and khakis are also on sale, as well as selected shorts. And our basic edition polos and Henleys are at the lowest prices of the season. So get to Kmart now and find everything you need to make Dad proud this Father's Day.
Acqua di Gio, Giorgio Armani. Available at Robinson's May.
At Quiznos, we toast our subs to enhance the flavor. Are we weird or pioneers?
Consider the Iron Age.
What's that thing growing out of his hand? It's from the Devil's Workshop and he must be banished. Yeah, wait. Look how it picks up food. Then we should make him chief. Yeah, it's a good idea.
Quiznos. We're like that guy who used a fork before anyone else.
We've pioneered the classic Italian sub made with the finest meats and cheeses. Quiznos, oven toasted, tastes better.
Let's play Truth or Dare. Truth. When you get a yeast infection, you use one of those messy creams, don't you? Truth. There may be an easier way. It's a pill, Diflucan. Just one pill is as effective as the leading 7-day cream without the mess. And Diflucan is the #1 doctor-prescribed yeast infection treatment. Ready for the dare? I dare you to call your doctor and ask about Diflucan. That's all it takes. A simple phone call to learn more about the only pill to treat a yeast infection. Diflucan. Treat a yeast infection with a pill instead of a messy cream. It's your call.
With Diflucan, there is an increased possibility of side effects compared with creams, including headache, nausea, and abdominal pain. In rare instances, serious effects on the liver and serious allergic reactions were reported. Do not use Diflucan if you are nursing. If you are pregnant or taking other medications, talk to your doctor. To prevent heart-related complications, do not take Diflucan if you are taking Propulsid. For more information, ask your doctor or visit our website. Diflucan.
Save up to 80% buying Factory Direct. The Jewelry Exchange makes most of their jewelry in their state-of-the-art factory, imports their diamonds direct, and guarantees the lowest price. Compare Tiffany's 1-carat platinum band for $5,800 with the Jewelry Exchanges for $1,500. 1-carat hearts are $199, 2-carat bracelets $349, 1-carat studs $399. The Jewelry Exchange has a huge selection and guarantees all the jewelry they make to appraise for at least double. By Factory Direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Tustin.
Hey, Jerry Stiller.
Where did you come from?
Enjoying your Post-Raisin Bran?
Every morning.
Know how many bowls of that it'd take to equal the vitamin nutrition in just one bowl of Total Raisin Bran?
I bet you're going to tell me.
4.
Holy moly.
Total Raisin Bran has 100% of 11 vitamins and minerals. Now including 100% calcium.
I'll take the total Raisin Bran.
Now you're Mr. Nice Guy.
I want you out of here. The total can stay.
Total. Now with 100% calcium.
Fresh Step would like to know, who would like a fresher place to live? Then put that paw to work. Now you can do something about that smelly litter box of yours. Fresh Step, the only paw-activated cat litter with 50% more odor controllers than ever before. Fresh Step releases odor neutralizers every time your cat steps, giving you unbeatable odor control and keeping your world fresher than ever.
Those are some powerful paws.
Fresh Step, always a step ahead.
Closed captioning provided by the maker of the following product.
Which fiber will you take, Metamucil or Citracel? Its fiber won't produce excess gas. Citracel. Don't just have a regular day, have a great day.
Another rollback saves the day by saving you even more. Walmart, always low prices, always.
Wait a minute, not on colors.
But look at this stain.
You need Clorox too.
That's me. What Clorox bleach does for whites, I do for colors. Cool. Thanks.
That's my Clorox too.
Clorox 2, the Clorox bleach for colors.
Take away the sexy clothes and underwear and put on the silkiest thing of all. Caress Silkening Body Lotion. It can make every woman feel even more beautiful. Before you dress, caress.
People everywhere are putting their finger on Pam, the most versatile way to cook with flavor. It's the main ingredient for any meal and is making its way around the kitchen to broil, roast, saute, and even stir fry. Nowadays, it seems everything you cook calls for a touch of Pam. All-encompassing, all-natural. Pam really cooks.
Because you work for yourself now. Because you're out on your own. Because you've given up company benefits to work at home. That doesn't mean you have to pay a lot for health coverage. Call Kaiser Permanente and we'll show you how to get quality medical care for a lot less than you'd expect. You shouldn't have to take chances with the health of you and your loved ones. That's why we created Personal Advantage. Starting as low as $114 a month, you have all these benefits: $15 doctor visits, hospitalization, preventive care, and prescription coverage with no deductibles. And a plan that puts medical decisions in the hands of doctors, not insurance administrators. Call this number now for your free information kit to get the coverage you can't do without at a price you can afford. Call today because you deserve a health plan that works as hard as you do. Kaiser Permanente, in the hands of doctors.
This is tough grease. These are the top 2 dishwashing liquids. And this is the one that cuts tough grease best. Dawn.
Here we go.
Sure, anything's possible once.
Here we go.
But twice?
Here we go.
Woof. Dawn does it again. Dawn, best at cutting tough grease.
1-800-45-CLOSET, Closet World. We can double your closet space. Make your garage a neater place. We design and build it all. It's time to give us a call.
At Closet World, we organize your home, closets, garages, home offices, and so much more. Any size, any design, we do it all. We offer the largest selection of colors, finishes, and accessories. We custom design to suit your needs, and since you're ordering factory direct, you can be assured that you'll get the highest quality at the best price. Installation is quick, neat, and easy. Call today and Closet World will send a professional designer to your home free. No one beats our prices. No one beats our selection. That's why more Californians choose Closet World than any other company. Call now. Get started today and get $100 off and free installation.
1-800-45-CLOSET, Closet World.
Call now.
Two homes, two ways to fight roaches. You can use a spray, but they'll come back. But new Combat 12-month roach bait works up to 1 full year. Roaches take the bait, share it with others, and die. So you're protected, not for 1 month or 6 months, but up to 1 full year. New Combat 12-month roach bait. Round the clock, round the year roach protection.
Look at our son. College boy. I'm so proud.
I'm just glad to be home. You know what I miss most? Golden Grahams. I think I'm gonna have a bowl when I get home. Maybe 2. Heck, I might eat them all.
The irresistible taste of Golden Grahams is something everyone in the family wants for themselves. Golden Grahams. Go get your own.
You need some help?
Yeah. The new Chevy Tracker LT.
Just put in neutral.
Now with a powerful V6 engine. It thinks big.
Make sure your parking brake's off.
Chevy Tracker. Like a rock.
Too young for wrinkles? Stay that way. Now Nivea brings you Alpha Flavone, the powerful plant-derived antioxidant found only in new Alpha Flavone moisturizer. So you can help stop that first wrinkle before it starts.
Dear Aleve, when my wife took pain relievers like Tylenol for her bad headaches, they'd work a while, then quit. So she tried the Aleve I take for arthritis pain.
Just 2 Aleve can work all day. That could take 8 Tylenol.
Now her headaches are gone all day. Thanks, Aleve.
Psst, Mom, Dad, I think we have a little problem. You know, I'm just a baby, and I can't hold it all night. I don't think my diaper can either. But don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll just wait here patiently, and we'll get to it in the morning. Shh, go to sleep.
Leaks at night are never this pleasant. That's why Love's invented new overnight leak guards with the 12-hour night lock system. Nothing's better on overnight leaks, and they even glow in the dark.
This may not be able to wait after all.
New Love's overnight leak guards.
They hate us, you know. The humans. They made us too smart, too quick, and too many.
Remember, we are only demolishing artificiality.
We are suffering for the mistakes they made because when the end comes, all that will be left is us.
This film is not yet rated. Starts June 29th at a theater near you.
Introducing new shower-to-shower refreshing body cloths. With a light touch of fragrant powder, one cloth leaves you feeling refreshed and silky smooth. Like you just stepped out of the shower. Hi. No matter where you are. New shower-to-shower refreshing body cloths. Refresh, revive, rejuvenate.
For those of you with lots of drive, there's Chevy Impala. More standard horsepower than Ford Taurus, LX, SE, and SES. And Impala has earned a 5-star front crash test rating for both driver and front passenger. Intrepid and Camry have not accomplished this. Now get a 2001 Impala with 0.9 APR. With $23.26 in average finance savings, you can afford to get where you're going without spending all you've got. Impala with 0.9 APR at your Chevy dealer. We'll be there.
What is Nicorette? Nicotine replacement gum. It helps you stop smoking cigarettes, but you don't chew it like regular gum. You bite Nicorette until it tingles. Then you hold it between your cheek and your gum. And you get a lower level of nicotine to help you fight your cravings. And as your cravings get fewer and fewer, you use less and less and less Nicorette until you use none. And none is a wonderful number.
Nicorette Orange helps you fight your cravings, your habit, your way. You can do it. Nicorette Orange can help.
Want to thank Dad for being here. Dad, how about fixing up his wardrobe? This Father's Day, come to Kmart for terrific deals on clothes from your favorite brands. All men's polos, Henleys, and tees are on sale. And all men's jeans, slacks, and khakis are also on sale, as well as selected shorts. And our basic edition polos and Henleys are at the lowest prices of the season. So get to Kmart now and and find everything you need to make Dad proud this Father's Day.
Dad,
Why
do you shave?
Well, because I don't want a beard.
Why do you wear a tie?
That's easy, because I have to.
Dad, why do you always eat Cheerios?
Because Daddy's cholesterol's kind of high.
And a study shows the whole grain oats in Cheerios can help lower cholesterol when part of a low-fat diet.
Why do you have high cholesterol?
Well, because Daddy used to eat not such good things before he met Mommy.
Daddy?
The one and only Cheerios.
Cool, smooth, and easy. SpeedPass at Mobile brings convenience to a new level. You can use SpeedPass for gas, or you can use SpeedPass inside the mobile convenience store. By just waving your SpeedPass at the counter, everything will be automatically billed to a credit card or check card you already have.
Where can I get one of those?
Get a free SpeedPass. Call 1-877-MY-MOBILE.
You said I was getting a little brother. Why hasn't he come home? Why is he still at the hospital? Is there something wrong with him? Where's my little brother?
Joan Rivers is mad.
Mad? Look at this mess. They love me when I cook, then leave me to clean up. I need help.
Joan, you need new Glad ovenware. Sturdy, reusable baking pans that go from oven to table to freezer with only one thing to clean.
Only one?
Only one.
Perfect. I get to keep this ovenware, right? Yes.
Don't get mad.
Can we talk?
Get Glad. New Glad ovenware baking pans.
Gentlemen, we can rebuild him. We have the technology. Better than he was before. Better, stronger, faster.
Introducing the all-new 270-horsepower Chevy Trailblazer, the most powerful mid-size sport utility in the world. It's one strong SUV. The new 2002 Chevy Trailblazer, like a rock.
My squeeze doesn't have what it takes. This one's a keeper.
Introducing Crest Dual Action Whitening. It's a keeper because first it whitens teeth, then helps keep stains away.
This one's a keeper.
When you rent a tuxedo from the Men's Warehouse, you won't have to worry about whether you look good. After all, you probably have enough on your mind already.
The Men's Warehouse now rents tuxedos.
You're going to like the way you look. I guarantee it.
There in the center divider, crouched down, trying to keep a low profile as possible. And again, the suspect is not doing what he's being ordered to do. Repeated orders here. Put your hands outside the car. Open the car door from the outside. Get out with your hands raised in the air away from your body. They've been repeating that over and over again. He's not complying. So they're going to have to treat this now as a barricaded suspect. And at this stage, they still have the talking available to them. That's the first stage in dealing with a barricaded suspect.
It is in police hands, though. I mean, police now have the upper hand.
Well,
it's just a matter of waiting, and they're not going to push him.
And they also have time on their side. There's no reason
We
for
see
them to
there
rush
another
at this
officer
point.
coming up. So now there are three there behind.
No, those are CHP officers. I can see on the surface street there, it looks like perhaps a Baldwin Park officer, one of the other city police departments in the jurisdiction he finally came to an end when he apparently ran out of gas or had some sort of mechanical problem. But the big problem here, Susan, he's not complying. You can see, even from our wide shot, he's not doing what he's being told. He's not putting his hands outside that car. The officers are repeatedly ordering him. They'll order him in English. They'll order him in Spanish if they think that he's a non-English speaker. They'll order him in virtually any language that you can think about, just to make sure that those orders are being complied with.
And this is unnerving when you see all these bystanders sort of gather around closer to the scene. They need to be reminded he's got a gun.
He does have a gun.
And so do the police.
And he has used that gun. He has fired on officers. There's a CHP helicopter go through the scene there. What the officers have to be concerned about is their background. What's back behind that car, or out in front of that car, off to the side of that car. There you saw a car driving, and they're going to want to make sure that they stop all traffic, because if this erupts into a gun battle, the officers have to be concerned about where their shots are going to go if they miss the suspect or miss the vehicle.
And Rod, he is not making this easy. It appears he has rolled up his window, and that window has been down for the entire chase as far as we could tell. It does look like he's rolled up his window. So at this point, what will happen is, do we know which jurisdiction this came to rest in? Is this Baldwin Park? I think it might be past Baldwin Park. West Covina? It could be right on the border. Baldwin Park, West Covina. We'll find out.
All right. Whatever jurisdiction it's in, like West Covina and Covina, I believe both have SWAT teams. The LA County Sheriff's Department obviously has a very well-trained, highly experienced SWAT team, and they'll be calling up their team now, depending on what jurisdiction this is, and they're going to just go into their barricaded suspect mode. That is, we have him isolated. The officers have him isolated. He's not going anywhere. And so what they'll do is they'll bring in the other officers, and as the SWAT officers get there, get briefed up, get equipped, what they'll do is they'll relieve some of the other officers that you see there, like down behind that K-rail. That's because they have their special weapons and their tactics. They also have tactical body armor, things like that, as well as crisis negotiators. Remember, the first stage in any barricaded suspect is the talking stage. You try to talk the person out, try to talk the person into surrendering. At some point, though, it's going to have to end, and does that mean tactically, or will the suspect give up? It's just, anybody's guess at this point.
Sure. He doesn't appear, though, to want to comply.
No, he certainly doesn't. As he pulled to a stop there with that window down, and they use those PA systems on the police cars, there's no doubt that he could hear their orders to surrender and to follow their orders.
We need to point out, too, how many bystanders there are, not only in an area that we pointed out before, but if you look at that freeway overpass, that's starting to get populated with people who think that it's a good idea to have that particular vantage point.
There you can see on the top of your picture, a television news van was ordered to back out of the area. That's because the officers don't want anybody in that background there. It looks like a couple of officers coming across, or pedestrians. It's a little hard to say. Yeah, you can see the officer up there gesturing for them to get back because they're directly in the line of fire. Oh. If this became a gun battle, all those rounds would be going past that car if they missed the car, and so the officers have to take that into consideration. So that's one of their concerns. And of course, at this point, what he's doing is he's backing up the freeway big time.
Oh, absolutely. If we can pull out, is it possible to pull out so we can show the traffic on both sides, east and westbound of the 10 now, stopped?
Yeah, and it will be stopped until this thing comes to a conclusion. And again, this is for everybody's safety. I think as soon as the police see this picture here with all of the, let's not pan back too much. Obviously, it's going to back up. But that sheriff's air unit overhead is going to be directing officers into this neighborhood here while those people are standing down. Fortunately, the freeway is elevated at that point, and get those people off of that overpass and away from the area. Because again, although the officers have to be concerned about the background, the suspect doesn't. So they're really putting themselves in harm's way.
So, Rod, as you can tell, we have confirmed that this is the Baldwin Park area. It's about a half mile east of the 605.
Okay, I don't know if Baldwin Park has their own SWAT team. Most of the smaller agencies have officers that are SWAT trained. In this instance, they would certainly call them up, and then they have the ability to call in the Sheriff's Department or other municipalities to assist them in this. And
this was, we should point out that this is the question that continued throughout this 4.5-hour chase, and that was how long could this Astro van continue as we watched it circle round and round the San Gabriel Valley, on the freeways, off the freeways, and there you have it. Just a few minutes ago, the van started to slow down. I don't know if this was consideration or if he thought maybe he could get off the freeway, but he actually pulled to the right onto the shoulder, interestingly enough.
So at this point, what's happening is you have supervisors, you have sergeants, lieutenants, that are trying to assess the situation the best they can and move officers or make sure their officers are just containing the suspect. I'm sure that there's somebody continuing to talk to him on that PA system on one of the black and whites there, explaining to him that there are no options here, that the only thing he can do for his own safety and own good, actually, is to surrender. And that'll continue. They'll just keep saying that over and over and over again,
right,
until they can finally talk him out, if that's his choice. And if he doesn't surrender, well, then they're going to have to consider some sort of a tactical solution to it.
Rod, I hate to interrupt you, but we're actually going to continue with regular programming and go on to Tina-Palooza. But we will have an update in a half an hour. We'll keep an eye on this for you. So please stay tuned to the Fox 11 News. We will be watching this very carefully to see how this ends up.
Tonight, Teen Choice presents Tina-Palooza, hosted by Sean and Marlon Wayans.
This is going to be the hottest concert of the summer.
With Shaggy, Cisco, Uncle Cracker, and more. Many more. Now, Teen Choice presents
Tina-Palooza.
Plus, get a sneak peek at the new Fox comedy that proves your parents are definitely overpaying for college. Undeclared.
But earlier at the bottom of the screen, and what we're seeing right now, we can say that this person has... as we said, he's been on the cell phone. We've been monitoring the police transmissions, and what we understand that he has been talking to both his brother and his estranged wife. He is in a very depressed and highly agitated condition. His brother said he may be intoxicated as well. Now, we understand also that he is going through a divorce. He has lost his home, and he has told he's told his brother and his estranged wife that he would not be taken alive. He is not going to give up. He still has that weapon with him. At certain points in the pursuit, he told those two people, his brother and his sister, that if the police do not back off, he was going to shoot at them. Now, apparently, they have him cornered, blocked off completely here on the 10 freeway, and they certainly have not complied with his demands that they back off. We just saw just moments ago that he had the weapon still with him. It appeared to be a pistol-type weapon.
Derek,
yes,
if I could jump in for a minute, it's Pat. I just wanted to point out at the bottom of our screen there, that's when he actually pulled that gun out and actually held it on the car in front of him.
That's right. We saw a number of times he was brandishing that weapon. When he got into tight traffic, there it is, you can see it clearly there. When he got into tight traffic and he got into intersections that were completely blocked, he was threatening other drivers with that. Clearly, if somebody saw that in the rearview mirror, they would do just as that driver did, just try to get out of there as quickly as he could. And again, that traffic broke through and he continued on his way. Now, he did that a number of times over the 4.5 hours that we were over him. And of course, we saw him waving it at officers as well. And it appeared at one point, at least one point, that he fired one round. We did hear that he had fired rounds at officers both at the beginning and during the pursuit. So that's what's going on there. We're back to the live pictures here. Nothing much has happened in the last 16 minutes since he pulled over to the side of the road. We've got to believe that police officers are on their bullhorns right now, demanding that the suspect come out with his hands up, as they normally do on these high-risk felony stops. But apparently he is not complying, as he said he would not. So apparently he's not come out guns blazing, but then again, he's not complying at all with the officer's demands.
And Derek, what do the officers have to work with there? What does the surrounding area look like now that he's come to a stop? Are things clear? Should shots be exchanged here?
Yeah, here Gil's panning out, as we can see here. There's a pedestrian overpass just past where the person has stopped. A number of people came out here to see what was going on. They had that overpass that was completely covered, covered with people. They had to send officers up there to get people down from there. We also had traffic that was stuck on the opposite direction lanes in the line of fire, so to speak, if there was going to be any sort of gunplay. They had to get those people well out of the way and out of sight and into some sort of cover. But as you can see now, they've got it relatively cleared out right now.
Not even,
Derek, I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, not a good idea to be as close as they are there.
No, absolutely not. And we want to remind our viewers that we're keeping our particular camera shot here wide, just in case. From what we've heard, we're just going by reports of this person's state of mind and what he has told, as Derek just said, his estranged wife and his brother, that he won't be going alive. So in this particular case, because of that, we are going to keep our angles wide and hope for the best.
Yeah.
But situation like this, where this man has, again, eluded police for over 4.5 hours and just stopped simply because he ran out of gas and has brandished a weapon and fired the weapon several times. And we hear he may be intoxicated, so we're not quite sure of his state of mind at this time.
It's obvious, as Derek said, he is distraught, talking to his brother on the cell phone and saying that we have reports that he lost his home, that he is estranged from his wife, and he has indeed threatened officers, and as you said, does not want to be taken alive here.
And is not complying, Dave. As we can see, you could see the patrol cars behind him, and they have asked him numerous times to give up, to roll the window down, drop the weapon, get out of the vehicle. But apparently that has not happened yet. And according to this man, he says it will not happen. Derek, police obviously know who this person is at this hour.
That's right.
Not asking for an ID, but they know who he is.
That's right. We heard a couple hours ago that they had a name, both a first and last name and an address on him. And that's when information started to filter in from some of his relatives, and the picture started to become a little bit more clear as to who exactly it was. The officers do know exactly who it is and who they're dealing with.
And this all started, we should mention, in Baldwin Park at a gas station at about 3:20 this afternoon. I understand that this man did have a gun at the gas station. He was seen there by a witness, and that person notified police. And according to Baldwin Park police, he did indeed rob that gas station. We don't know exactly what he got away with.
That was the initial call that we heard. We heard it was a 211, an armed robbery suspect that they were chasing. And we came out here, we first thought, because of the information we were getting, that it was a stolen vehicle, but apparently it was not. It was in a robbery that occurred elsewhere, and Baldwin Park police apparently were on it. When it got onto the freeways, the CHP took over. At one point, because of some of the shots that were fired at the officers, we understand there was something like over 15 officers that were in pursuit of this, along with 2 helicopters and 1 airplane. So they were very, very serious about getting this person stopped and not losing sight of course.
Derek, many people are probably questioning why this pursuit lasted as long as it did, as a lot of people do. They will second guess the actions of police, of CHP, and the Sheriff's Department. And of course, according to their policy, they did this as a result of trying to be safe. Considering that the man was so dangerous, armed and dangerous.
Absolutely, Pat. We were over this for much of the pursuit, and we can say that because of much of the rush hour traffic that was going on in the area, for the police officer to try to take a more proactive stance, for example, trying to run him off the road or certainly shooting back at him would have been a bad idea. There were lots of innocent motorists always around this person. At times when the person appeared to be trapped, they would back off to make sure that he didn't do anything rash or anything that might endanger anybody who just happened by. So clearly, you can see that there's some damage on this vehicle, that he has hit some vehicles, but not very hard. If this comes to a peaceful conclusion, then certainly they've done what they needed to do correctly. And it's up to the person being pursued, or actually the person in the van right now, as to what the outcome might be as of now. So up until now, it appears they have done everything absolutely correctly. At the bottom right screen, you can see some of the ground shots that we've shot as the vehicle drove by. Some of our photographers said that they saw him on the phone. Other people said they saw the weapon as they went by. It's a rather astonishing thing that, as you said, Pat, that has gone for this long. But so far, so good. No other injuries, either to police officers or to motorists on the road that we've heard of.
And Derek, we heard early on in this pursuit that he was even firing shots at some of the helicopters?
That's right. We got reports from the sheriff's helicopter that was overseeing that he had fired at them. We're not certain if that is actually confirmed or not, but at one point the sheriff's helicopter did climb about another 1,000 feet above the ground to give himself much more room. And of course, we complied by flying even higher, but that's what we heard. Whether that's actually occurred or not, we simply don't know at this time.
Okay, Derek, hang on for a minute, if you will. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, but before we do that, we need to remind our viewers.
This is the only place you're going to see this right now. We are bringing it to you live in the Baldwin Park area on the 10 freeway. By the way, both directions of that freeway are closed right now. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
The battle is over, and victory is ours again. Way to go, guys. Congratulations from your Lakers station, KCAL 9. He's the highest paid man in baseball ever. Thursday, he's going to have to earn his paycheck. The Angels are in Texas to take on A-Rod and the Rangers. Thursday at 5:30 on KCAL 9.
Look forward.
No problem.
Cut that a little close.
Sorry.
Trash can, trash can.
This year,
Easy.
over 4 million learner's permits will be issued. So you'll be glad to know the Lexus ES300 has received the highest possible rating for front side impact protection.
Hey, son, how'd you do?
Dad, can I drive?
Starting at $32,090, it's a small price to pay. See your Southern California Lexus dealer.
Feel the drum. Yeah, that's the flavor. Feel the joy. Let it out, y'all. Y'all. The Joy Pepsi, y'all. Pepsi.
Prom night. This ain't.
Let's get ready to rumble! It's the Super Welterweight Championship of the world. Oscar De La Hoya versus Super Welterweight Champion Javier Castillejo. Make a date with history June 23rd as De La Hoya goes for his 6th title in 5 weight classes.
Live on pay-per-view.
Nice tux. After over 10 years, we still have a no-hassle, no-haggle pricing policy at Saturn. We don't yell offers from the highest tree. We don't play games. And we don't have promotions every other week. But that doesn't mean we don't compete.
Get 0.9% APR with average finance savings of over $3,900 on a 2001 Saturn L300. Call for details.
You're looking at a live picture of a suspect who has led police on a chase for over 4.5 hours and is now sitting on the eastbound 10 freeway. He's been there for about 30 minutes. He is brandishing a weapon. And as you can see, there are a number of patrol cars behind him. They have asked this man to give up, and he has said he will not. We do know that he is in a very distraught state of mind, according to conversations between this man and his estranged wife and brother on cell phone.
Very tough situation for those officers right now, having already been threatened by way of a conversation to the man's brother. Lena Wynn is nearby in that area. She's been following this pursuit for the past several hours. Lena, what can you tell us? Where are you, and what can you tell us there?
Well, looking at your screen right now, we are on that road that is right next to the 10. It's the road that you see on the top of your screen. This is just south of the 10 freeway eastbound. We are about as close as you can get to the scene. We've been told by officers to get out of the line of fire. We can see them, and there are a lot of spectators on the side streets right now. Police have been having a hard time trying to get everyone out of the way. As you can imagine, there are a lot of people. They know what's been going on. They've been following it on the news. They know that this man has finally stopped, and they're all gathered here to see what will happen next. We can hear on the ground negotiators talking to the suspect, telling him, listen, you're out of gas. We know you're tired. If you just throw your weapons out, come out with your hands up, you will not be hurt. They've been screaming at him for the whole time that he has been stopped. Now, we've been following this pursuit since about 4 o'clock from the ground. At first, it seemed like it was out of our reach because we were in Hollywood. The suspect was in Baldwin Park. Before long, he was in Pomona, and then suddenly he headed back west toward us. For more than 4 hours, we've been paralleling the pursuit. He has been somewhat predictable, traveling in a triangle using the 605, the 210, the 10, at one point the 60, and also the 57 freeway. We believe that he is a resident of Baldwin Park, and we believe we know where his home is. In fact, that's how we've been able to predict where he is in many pursuits. So sometimes the suspect goes back to his home or an area where he's familiar with, and he has pretty much been doing that. So again, we are on that access road that you see at the top of your screen there with that one police car, and this is south of the 10 eastbound. There's also, I believe that's a pedestrian walkway over the freeway. There are just a lot of people out here wondering what's going to happen next. And we can hear from the ground here. They're screaming to him, telling him to come up with his hands up, to give up. and that he should know he's out of gas and he won't be able to go far. And they've told him, you are surrounded. Get out with your hands up.
Now, Lena, we know that we have heard anyway that he's been talking on his cell phone to his brother and his estranged wife. I'm assuming, however, the people that you've heard or you're listening to right now are actually police negotiators talking with him.
That's right. We're hearing police negotiators telling him to come out with his hands up and to drop his weapons and such. There are a couple of things we've been hearing. You know, we've been following it on the scanner, just hearing a lot of chatter over the scanners. We believe that this man is either going through a divorce or just having gone through a divorce, and he's very distraught about the situation. As you know, he committed an armed robbery at that Argo station in Baldwin Park, and we are trying to confirm a report that he at one point may have dropped out some kind of a weapon and that someone else in another vehicle had come by to pick that up, and Baldwin police were following up on that. There's a lot of information we can't confirm right now. We don't want to pass all of that along, but as it stands now, he is out of gas. He is just waiting, and police are waiting for him to come out. The shot that you're looking at right now is from another one of our ground crews being able to get very close, as you can see, to where the suspect is. Again, most of the media has been kept out of this area. We are about as close as we can get here on the ground. Pat?
Yeah, you might have a little bit of trouble making out what that is. It looks like a shot at ground level of the rear of the van shooting through the oleanders there. You know, Lena, I'm just amazed at the amount of people that have gathered around that area. Talking with these folks, do they have any fear that something could happen to them?
I don't think that they do. I don't think that they know how dangerous this really is. There are also plenty of plainclothes officers here. In fact, when we drove by, we didn't know who they were until we saw, you know, the guns taken out of her shorts and a badge she was holding up, trying to get people out of the way. People have been following this all day. They've been hearing it on the radio. We, in our following of the pursuit, have seen many people on overpasses. They, too, have been able to predict where this guy might go, and they've been able to gather on these overpasses. I'm not sure that they're cheering him on, but they are cheering, you know, probably waving to the news helicopters and the police helicopters. But a lot of people have been following this, and I don't think that they realize how dangerous it is down here. Police have been telling them, you're in the line of fire and you need to get out of the way.
All right, Lena, if you can just hang on for a second there. We are efforting a phone call with Sergeant Ed Lopez from Baldwin Park. You know what strikes me as odd also, Dave, is the fact that the police, I mean, and they know what to do. They know their jobs. If they really, I mean, they haven't gone to actually move those people out of the way where they are. Yeah. I'm sure they have moved some people who are closer to the area, but if they really wanted them out of the area, I'm sure, I mean, they would have to make a concerted effort to make those people leave.
Yeah, there are a lot of folks out there. It looked like some firefighters also.
Yes, we could see them.
At the bottom of the picture there.
I think we have Mr. Lopez with us now. Sergeant Lopez from Baldwin Park. Lieutenant Lopez, are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir. What can you tell us at this hour? We're looking at live pictures, sir, of obviously police officers with their guns trained on this man sitting in this van.
Well, we're glad that he has finally stopped. It appears he has run out of gas. We're going to try to bring this to a safe conclusion without hopefully anybody getting injured. The officers are in the midst of a felony car stop, and our concern right now is there's a lot of spectators around that we wish would get out of the way and let us conduct our work so we can bring this to a safe conclusion.
And Lieutenant, this incident began in your jurisdiction, did it not?
Yes, it did.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, approximately 3:20 this afternoon, we received some phone calls from some citizens at a mobile gas station saying that there was a man with a gun in the minivan. As the officers approached or got near the suspect vehicle, it fled, and that's when the pursuit began.
Okay, so he was actually confronted by the officers at the gas station.
Initially, as they approached in their vehicles, he took off.
Lieutenant, again, let's go back to the spectators that are there. I just mentioned moments ago that you know your jobs and really want to get those people out of the area. I'm sure the police would make a more concerted effort. Do you need more manpower or... Well, I see some people moving now, sir, so it seems like the message has got through. We see people walking away from the area.
Sometimes the message takes a little longer than we hope, but we hope that they do move out as quickly as possible and as safely as possible.
What's going to be the plan of attack from here on out, Lieutenant?
We have a special weapons and tactics team from the LA Sheriff's Department. Should be arriving momentarily, along with the hostage negotiator.
Lieutenant, any moves, if you can tell us, of bringing in this person's estranged wife and brother? We heard that he was having phone conversations with them on his cell phone. Do you have any plans to bring them to the site?
Any of those plans or tactics would be up to the SWAT team, the negotiators, who ultimately will take over at the scene.
So is this incident back to being handled by your department? When you say SWAT team, would that be from your department?
No, the SWAT team will be coming from the Sheriff's Department.
From the Sheriff's Department, okay. So it'll be up to them to make their call and decide whether or not that will be warranted.
Right.
All right, Lieutenant, we thank you for joining us. We know you're quite busy at this hour, and we wish you well in all your efforts in moving the folks out the way and having this end as peacefully as it can.
All right, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. And we'll be back with more after this.
No matter how much the market fluctuates, there's still one thing you can count on. For the 8th straight year, the E-Class has been named an IntelliChoice Best Overall Value. The E-Class, perhaps the most desirable car in the world.
Had a long summer day? Make up for it with a blockbuster night.
Enjoy your summer nights with one of these new DVDs, guaranteed to be a blockbuster this June. Traffic, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Castaway, and Unbreakable. Find them all at Blockbuster, bringing entertainment home all summer long.
Hey, you ready for a cold one? Yeah. Is that cold enough for you?
It's cold, but it's not Coors Light.
Brewed at the edge of freezing to lock in that Rocky Mountain cold taste. Coors Light. Ah, tasty.
You don't date much, do you?
If you want more been there and a whole lot more done that, stop by your Jeep dealer and check out a luxurious Jeep Grand Cherokee. Because now, returning Gold Key lease customers can lease a two-wheel drive Grand Cherokee Laredo for only $299 a month. So don't wait. Head to your Jeep dealer today and get the most been there and done that Grand Cherokee ever. See your local California Jeep dealer. Who else?
Here, looking at the culmination of a high-speed pursuit on the eastbound 10 freeway in Baldwin Park, where a distraught man is in the silver van that you're looking at. Is a Chevy Astro van. After being chased for nearly 5 hours, he stopped there on the freeway. He said, as we reported, to be very distraught, having a cell phone conversation with his brother and another relative, and has threatened police.
Well, and those phone communications may be in jeopardy right now, Dave, because we hear that he may have cut off his possible communication with police. Shortly after he pulled over on the eastbound 10 freeway, you can see the man become agitated and bang something on the dashboard. Well, it's a little difficult to see that, but this happened, and seconds later, we're told he tosses the object, most likely his cell phone, to the ground, and it shatters in pieces. Now, we know he used this phone, as Dave just said, to talk with a brother and sister, possibly his estranged wife. But now he may be out of touch and trapped with no communication to them anyway. And just moments ago, we asked Lieutenant Lopez if there were plans to bring down members of his family to the site. And of course, he couldn't answer that question, saying that those kinds of tactics would be decided upon by the SWAT team with the Sheriff's Department. That may be a possibility. I mean, we've seen that happen before, because right now he is only in communication with with police. Well, they are in communication with him, put it that way. They're on bullhorns talking to him.
Yeah, and that is not good news for the officers. Obviously, they are trying to get to him in as intimate a setting as they can, not over a bullhorn. I'm sure they would prefer, and to try to calm him down and talk him into just surrendering. And not having the cell phone to do that makes it all the more difficult. Derek Bell is aboard Sky 9 above the scene with an update from his vantage point. Derek?
Right, David, as you can see, as the sun goes down, the minivan is being illuminated by the high-intensity lights on those patrol cars. We've heard over the break that the police officers are refining their tactics now. What they've said is they've identified 3 CHP officers that they're the only ones to fire should this person come out in a threatening manner. They didn't want all the officers to fire at once. As we heard, the SWAT team has been called from the LA County Sheriffs. They're on their way here. I think that what their situation is right here, they just want to keep it as static as possible until the negotiators and the special weapons and tactics teams come in and can go ahead and do their thing. For right now, it's a waiting game. Time seems to be on the side of the CHP. They're holding off. They've got him in sight. They've got him in those high-intensity lights. As you saw just moments ago, he raised his arm up just a little bit, so we can see that he's moving about in the front left seat of that minivan.
You know, Derek, I just wanted to point out, from what I can tell, it looks like he has rolled the window back down and that his arm was sort of resting on the door. Now, can you tell from where you are? Because remember, he had that window rolled up for quite some time.
That's right. Shortly after he stopped, he did roll up that window, but it appears at this time that the window is down. I don't know if that's a good sign or a bad sign. Of course, he would be able to hear the instructions of the officers much better if he has that window down. But of course, even if he is hearing it, he doesn't seem to be complying.
All right, Derek, thanks for that. And again, we are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with more news after this.
Closed captioning for KCAL 9 News is brought to you by
Labor Ready makes finding temporary workers easy. Get some help. Call 1-800-24-LABOR.
Oh, man.
I remember when I met Donnie. He called me about a fan belt. It was broke. So was he. I remember those days myself.
He's an awesome guy. Taught me almost everything I know about cars. They're pretty cool here. Always saying stuff like, you can do it, and we're here to help.
Can you start work tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
This time you're buying me lunch, dude.
Ask about Autolite remanufactured starters and alternators and this mechanics tool set, just $29.99 while supplies last.
At Ralph's, I feel like they care about me and that they really appreciate my business. And I always save so much every week.
The produce department is my favorite, and it's because everything looks so pretty and tastes so good.
This week, Ralph's Club brings you sweet, juicy nectarines for just 69 cents a pound. Plus, use your Ralph's Club card all summer long to earn new Country Fair rewards, a free $10 certificate each time you accumulate $100 in fresh produce, meat, or seafood.
I love my Ralph's.
Just because you sit in the lap of luxury doesn't mean you have to just sit there. Lincoln LS, the best driving V8 sedan for the enthusiast dollar, according to Car and Driver. And now at the Lincoln Invitational, get 0.0% financing on every single 2001 Lincoln. Plus, Lincoln will pay your first month's payment when you buy or lease. The LS from Lincoln.
You're looking at a live picture from Baldwin Park on the eastbound 10 freeway where a suspect has been sitting in a minivan now, Dave, a little before we went on the air at 8 o'clock here, so at least a half hour. Yeah. Previous to that, he led police on a high-speed pursuit, sometimes speeds reaching 90 to 95 miles per hour for over 4.5 hours on several freeways and surface streets. This is where he has stopped, and as you can see, there are a number of sheriff's deputies behind this vehicle. They are trying to convince this man to give himself up. He is brandishing a weapon, and so far they have had no results.
And he was driving very erratically during the chase, speeds of at least 100 miles per hour, several freeways. He was on the 10 for a while, the 60, the 57, the 605, the 210 freeway, the 215 freeway. Until it finally came to an end, when we presume he just ran out of gas. It appeared that that was the case. His car began slowing down. He pulled over to the right side, and that's where he has been since you said for over 30 minutes now. And officers know they're dealing with a tense situation there. He's a fellow who has fired several shots, as Derek Bell told us earlier. He was even firing at the helicopter for a while. As you look at some of the video there, it looks like he clipped, or actually it looked like that motorist in that motorhome actually moved over, and civilian
So
actually trying to get into the act by himself there.
We do know that he did rob an ARCO station in Baldwin Park, and actually that is how this began. Police were notified that there was a man with a gun at the scene. He did rob this gas station and then led police on this this pursuit. And just throughout the course of events here, Dave has described some of the incidents that happened with moving vehicles, but at one point, as you said, he brandished a weapon supposedly at helicopters above and at police, but also at other motorists on the road. There was a time when traffic was really heavy and there were cars in front of him preventing him from getting around them, and he simply pulled out that weapon and pointed it to the driver in the vehicle in front of him, and of course the driver would have done as anyone would and moved out of the way. So there have been some very dangerous moments during this pursuit besides the high rate of speed that he's been traveling.
Yeah, that was very scary when he pulled out the gun and aimed it out the window. Lena Wynn is standing by. She is on the ground not far from that location and has a little bit more for us. Lena?
Yeah, Dave, we're actually very close to where the suspect is right now. Let me show you. I'm surprised that we've been able to get this close. This is a road that runs just south of the 10. Of course, he is stopped on the eastbound 10 lanes. There you see a shot of the back of the van. Again, he has been in that van. We have heard officers yelling to him, telling him to get out of the truck, that he is surrounded, he is out of gas, that there is nowhere for him to go, and he will not be hurt.
Today at 5 on the Channel 4 News, shock and sadness. A local family grieving the violent murder of their 2-year-old son. We talked to the brother who saw it all. Then, thrill riders love him. But what kind of effect are those head-turning roller coaster rides having on your brain? Important new information you need to know. And are you counting calories to lose weight?
Portions are pretty huge.
Chances are you're doing it all wrong. Find out why. Dr. Bruce reports at 5 on the Channel 4 News.
AT&T has big news for California. A great new idea in local phone service. Instead of zone calling, you get a larger local calling area. Now, more of the people you care about are just a local call away. Call 1-800-4ATT now to get unlimited local calls from home with a choice of 2 calling features for just $18.50 a month. With AT&T, everything about your phone service is simple. From simple offers to a larger local calling area. It's the way we do business. AT&T local and long-distance phone service in California. Simple, affordable, easy. It's the way phone service should be.
Uncle Ben's Natural Select Rice. Garlic and butter. Breathe in. Let the experience begin. Rejuvenating, uplifting, with pure natural flavor like fragrant garlic and creamy butter. Uncle Ben's Natural Select Rice. Prepare yourself for a lush, lathery, skin-quenching shower. The line of Dove All-Day Moisturizing Body Washes.
I don't like to hurt me for nothing. If I can do that without having to hurt myself, then I'll do it.
One Touch Ultra requires less blood, so you can test on your arm where it's less painful.
I'll do it every time I should.
The One Touch Ultra. sais plus rien de tout. Tu m'étends seulement les choses que j'adore.
This Valentine's Day, get the hallmark from My Heart Bear and hide a surprise inside. It's just $5.95 when you buy 3 Hallmark cards, only at your Hallmark Gold Crown store.
You can store all this at Public Storage and pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can even store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. Call 1-800-44-STORE now. Offer ends soon.
Countertops, cabinets. What about tile floor?
No matter how big or small your redecorating project is, you'll find everything you need during the Home Depot Design Event. If flooring is your project, no problem. Right now, purchase install flooring and get a gift card worth up to $250 by mail-in rebate. And you'll pay nothing until July 2003 when you put it on your Home Depot or Expo credit card. Get a new look now at the Home Depot Design Event.
Drink coffee? Look how it stains your teeth. You need Plus White Coffee Drinkers Toothpaste to whiten away coffee stains fast. Plus White Coffee Drinkers Toothpaste.
Having the gang over for the big game bash? Smart & Final has everything you need to make sure your party really scores, including an incredible array of appetizers and a great selection of beverages. Get smart. Smart & Final, the smaller, faster warehouse store.
Exposing the truth.
I'm trying to be fair here.
How can you find fraud if it's right in your files and you can't see it?
Team 4 reports.
So here's how most of the fires start. Hey, you want to come in? $40.
Beyond the headlines.
The shooting war has already begun. Right here in Korea.
Eye-opening discoveries.
Some restaurants, as a result, refuse to serve it.
Team 4 reports. More groundbreaking investigations starting January 30th. Only on the Channel 4 News at 11 PC.
Okay. Now after dinner, it's homework.
I don't want you up late again.
I already did it. Already did it?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
This moment brought to you by Sylvan Learning Center.
Homework used to take me forever, and I got help from Sylvan.
We call our approach the Sylvan Advantage. It's individual attention from highly trained and certified teachers, plus progress reports for you. If your child is struggling or not being challenged enough, call 1-800-EDUCATE. Sylvan. Learning feels good.
Did you know harsh winter weather can leave even unexposed skin itchy and dry? Did you know moisturizers aren't always up to the challenge of itchy, dry skin? That's why there's Cortisone 10 Plus. Among these, only Cortisone 10 Plus has 10 moisturizers like aloe and vitamins, plus the power of Cortisone 10 to stop itch and help heal. So for itchy patches of dry skin, even eczema or psoriasis, try Cortisone 10 Plus.
Run into Smart & Final for warehouse savings, like this new 35-bottle case of Crystal Geyser. Buy 2, get 1 free. Smart & Final Party Wings, 4 pounds, just $3.99. Get smart. Save time, save money at Smart & Final, the smaller, faster warehouse store.
Every surgery is different, but they can all lead to scars. For my patients, I recommend Mederma to help reduce the appearance of scars. Mederma, skincare for scars.
Flintstone's bone-building calcium chews. All the calcium of 2 glasses of milk in 1 tasty chew.
You know when you feel the weight of sadness. You may feel exhausted, hopeless, and anxious. Whatever you do, you feel lonely and don't enjoy the things you once loved. Things just don't feel like they used to. These are some symptoms of depression, a serious medical condition affecting over 20 million Americans. While the cause is unknown, depression may be related to an imbalance of natural chemicals between nerve cells in the brain. Prescription Zoloft works to correct this imbalance. You just shouldn't have to feel this way anymore. Only your doctor can diagnose depression. Zoloft is not for everyone. People taking MAOIs or Pimozide shouldn't take Zoloft. Side effects may include dry mouth, insomnia, sexual side effects, diarrhea, nausea, and sleepiness. Zoloft is not habit-forming. Talk to your doctor about Zoloft, the #1 prescribed brand of its kind. Zoloft. When you know more about what's wrong, you can help make it right.
I've tried them all. Weight Watchers, Slim Fast, you name it.
We hear that all the time.
One day I said enough, and I called Jenny Craig.
I designed a really flexible program that I knew Debbie could live with. She can even have wine at dinner.
I lost 42 pounds. It was a no-brainer.
She did it.
Introducing the new Jenny Craig Promise. Lose weight your first week or get a full refund. Call 1-800-JENNY20 today.
Jenny Craig, it works.
I got a new attitude.
We're kicking off the new year with something big. It's super savings time at your Toyota dealer. Jump into 03 with $2,000 cash back on Sienna. That's right. For the first time ever, get $2,000 back on the Sienna van. There are even great deals on 03 Tundras. Choose $1,000 cash back or 0% financing. Don't wait. Get in on the super savings at your Toyota dealer today.
We make it easy. Easy on you.
Meet My Folks continues tonight at 10, 9 Central. Only 5 girls remain for one lucky guy. Tonight, who will his parents eliminate next?
I was scared.
Tonight, a group date under surveillance.
I've had enough of this.
Tonight, ex-boyfriends tell all.
And you know what her Christmas present was for me? Another guy sleeping in the bed. Merry Christmas.
And of course, the lie detector.
Can I have a timeout? I'm like shaking.
Meet My Folks continues NBC tonight at 10, 9 Central.
After weight loss surgery, Jerry Seal lost 84 pounds in 9 months.
Life is just better.
Cynthia Morales used to wear size 20. Now she's a 4.
I feel wonderful.
Paul Freeman went from a XXX to a medium.
I feel like I'm 20 years old.
Honey Patterson lost 110 pounds and likes who she sees in the mirror.
I feel healthy, I'm happy, and I like myself.
If you want to see someone new in the mirror, call New Reflections today.
I feel fabulous.
Most pharmacists only see their customers when they're sick.
But here at Vaughn's, I get to see mine when they do their grocery shopping.
We get to know each other better, so they feel comfortable asking for my advice.
Whether it's for the right cold remedy,
Medicine for the kids.
The best vitamins.
and to fill prescriptions, we use the latest technology.
Maybe that's why so many customers trust our pharmacists.
All 2,500 of us.
Vaughn's, giving our best.
Ladies, start the new year at Linda Evans with a healthier new you. Lose weight and get in shape for our best price. Pay no enrollment fee and get 6 months free. Call 1-800-45-LINDA today.
So you want to go to Disneyland or Disney's California Adventure?
Can't decide between Disneyland and Disney's California Adventure? Southern California residents can visit 2 parks for 2 days for the price of 1. There's a whole new world of magic at the Disneyland Resort.
Today at 5 on the Channel 4 News, shock and sadness. A local family grieving the violent murder of their 2-year-old son. We talked to the brother who saw it all. Then, thrill riders love him. But what kind of effect are those head-turning roller coaster rides having on your brain? Important new information you need to know. And are you counting calories to lose weight?
Portions are pretty huge.
Chances are you're doing it all wrong. Find out why. Dr. Bruce reports at 5 on the Channel 4 News.
Every day for thousands of years, Old Faithful has been, well, faithful. You can almost set your watch by it.
What causes it to stay so regular?
Stay regular with Metamucil Daily Fiber Therapy. It works with you, naturally.
We just can't say.
Get regular, stay regular, naturally. Also available in tasty wafers.
Trust your astrologer?
I see. Blonde.
Or trust your instincts, natural instincts with 100% pure aloe, chamomile, and ginseng. It makes your hair look even healthier and shinier. So,
trust your instincts.
Natural instincts from Clairol.
Achy, stuffy cold? Introducing Children's Advil Cold. A kid's level of Advil cold medicine. Not more strength than kids need, not less. Advil plus a decongestant at just the right strength. New Children's Advil Cold. It's Advil cold relief just right for kids.
Food. It doesn't just keep us going. It keeps us together. It keeps us happy. That's why with Weight Watchers Winning Points Plan, you can eat the food you love, stay satisfied, and still lose weight.
Now at Weight Watchers, get in the groove. A very cool way to start losing. Yours free when you join, plus free registration. Call 1-800-651-6000.
Weight Watchers, real food, real life, real results.
My mom has cancer, but what nearly killed her started out as a simple infection. We didn't know that chemo also destroyed her white blood cells, making it really hard for her to fight infection. She had to go in the hospital. They had to put her chemo on hold.
There is something you can do to help protect yourself if you're on strong chemotherapy. Ask your doctor about Neulasta. Neulasta boosts your body's natural white blood cells and helps protect you from infection. The most common side effect of this injection is mild to moderate bone pain. Neulasta from Amgen, helping protect you for your fight.
Tomorrow on Dr. Phil.
She hates me and is doing everything in her power to destroy my life.
The ex-wife.
She done something to my kids. She should be afraid of me.
The new wife.
She was trying to get me fired from my day job.
A family torn apart.
Do you believe this is a vicious woman trying to brainwash your children?
Settling disputes.
My husband is a wonderful man, but he has done nothing to stop the conflict.
You're the father. You got to get in the game and stand between them. You still in love with him?
That's tomorrow.
Following Phil, we have breaking news. A verdict in the date rape trial of that fugitive Max Factor heir. Andrew Luster is accused of drugging and raping 3 women. We are live with the very latest from Ventura.
Also, a family in shock, mourning the death of a 2-year-old. What happened? Why him? Still a lot of questions tonight. We'll hear from family and friends.
And for your health, obesity in America, a big concern. Doc Bruce tells us how we need to change our eating habits. Coming up next at 5.
You can store all this at Public Storage and pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can even store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. Call 1-800-44-STORE now. Offer ends soon.
Introducing a show where people share their dreams.
There was this green, kind of 12-inch tall Spider-Man figure that was on the Ali Shuffle.
No matter how personal.
I'm walking across the Golden Gate Bridge, and also I'm not wearing any pants.
The dreamers don't hold back.
She grabs me and starts kissing me.
And neither do Annabelle and Michael.
You go for it, girl.
The Dream Team with Annabelle and Michael. Dreams analyzed. Desires revealed. Check your local listings. Only on Sci-Fi Channel.
We're pulling over a plumber's truck.
Sir, step out of the truck, please.
Is there a problem, officer? Keep your hands down there, sweetheart.
Well. This is suspicious. But I'm a plumber. So what's a plumber doing with professional strength liquid plumber clog remover?
I admit it. I've used it on backed up sinks.
That's pretty serious.
Oh, yeah. You pour it in. It's like a missile. It cuts right through the water to deliver some serious power to that clog. Ow. Clog's gone. Professional strength liquid plumber on tough clogs. Don't get caught without it. Donut? That's not funny.
For those of us who don't have a personal assistant or personal hairstylist, there's Fantastic Sam's, where fashion sense meets common sense.
Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 5.
Breaking news, a verdict in the rape trial of fugitive cosmetics heir Andrew Luster. Even though he is still nowhere to be found, jurors have decided his fate. Good evening. I'm Michelle Ruiz in for Paul Moyer.
And I'm Colleen Williams. Let's go right to Channel 4's Laurel Erickson, who is live in Ventura right now with the verdict. Laurel?
Colleen, we are having some technical problems with IFB at the sound, folks, but I want to tell you what just happened. The jury, mostly women, 7 women, voted that Andrew Luster is guilty of 86 counts. On 1 count, they declared a mistrial. They just couldn't decide. Let's go to the tape now. We just got it. The judge reading the verdicts. It took a long time.
As to count 2, the jury in this action finds the defendant guilty of the crime of rape by the use of drugs.
To read the 86 different verdicts in this case. Andrew Luster was accused of raping and poisoning and drugging 3 women, 2 of them in the mid-90s, one of them in 2001. She's the one who went to the police. They found these videos in his house. He is not in court. These are pictures of the man they are now looking for. The prosecutors called Luster a spider, the date rape drugs a web, and the women, his victims, prey. So today they had a verdict, but they didn't have a defendant. If the authorities can find Andrew Luster, 39 years old, they could put him in jail for the rest of his life. He was out on $1 million bail put up by his mother. He is the great-grandson of the cosmetics pioneer, Max Factor. We'll have more at 6 o'clock. Reporting live from Ventura County Court, Laurel Erickson, Channel 4 News.
And more breaking news right now in Long Beach after a double shooting involving a woman and child. Channel 4's Conan Nolan is live now with the very latest on that. Conan.
Michelle, we're north of downtown Long Beach. This is Hellman and Cerritos is the cross street. Now, according to Long Beach Police Department, a woman, 21 years old, with her 4-year-old son walking along this sidewalk when a man walked up to them. Apparently, there was a verbal exchange, and he fired one shot into the woman's leg and another shot into the 4-year-old boy's foot. Now, Long Beach police were contacted. They sectioned off the neighborhood. A search was conducted. The 2 individuals, the mother and the son, taken to Long Beach Memorial Hospital. These are not life-threatening injuries. They're going to be okay. There is Benjamin Franklin Middle School, which is just down the street. It was letting off around 2:30 this afternoon. They made sure, police did, that the school students did not make their way into this sectioned off area. No lockdown at the school. The students there were fine. But apparently the search continues now for the person who pulled the trigger. That according to Sergeant Paul LeBaron.
We have recovered a weapon. It was a gun that we believe was used in the shooting. We are still looking for suspects, and the information we have at this time is that the shooter was a male Hispanic, tall and slender, wearing blue clothing, running from the area on foot.
Now, once again, it appears this woman was talking with friends, walking along this street, the sidewalk, with her 4-year-old son. Some in the neighborhood believe that the assailant may be, the attacker, may be a boyfriend or a husband. They're looking for a relative right now. That's according to Long Beach Police Department as well. The search continues for the gunman. The 2 individuals that were shot, they'll be okay. Conan Nolan reporting live from Long Beach. Back to you.
All right, Conan, now we have the very latest on that toddler, the 2-year-old who was shot and killed at a Pomona Burger King. Tonight, police admit they may never know the suspect's motive. It happened at the Burger King near Fairplex Drive and Holt Avenue. Channel 4's Narissa Witherspoon is live right now in Pomona. Today, she spoke with a family. Narissa?
That's right, Colleen. The Martinez family here in Pomona is devastated by what police say seems to be a random act of violence. Police say they still don't know why a man would walk into the local Burger King here and shoot and kill a 2-year-old little boy. The family wanted to speak with us, and they want to know why one man would cause them so much pain.
They're hurt.
Yesenia Martinez, who does not speak English, seeks comfort from her husband as the family tries to deal with a devastating loss. Yesenia's 2-year-old son, Osvaldo, was shot and killed yesterday by a man who was eating near the family inside this Pomona Burger King.
We were just eating, and the mans were looking. My mom thought they were leaving.
Osvaldo's brother, 7-year-old Omar, was right beside his little brother when he was killed.
And the mans were looking. My mom thought they were leaving, and they were facing where we were sitting, and I thought they were facing where so they could leave, but they were facing to my little brother. They were even talking. I think they were talking about my little brother.
Omar says he'd never seen the man that has now made his family incomplete. Inside, the boy's mother clenches little Osvaldo's teddy bear in pain. Yesterday, after killing her son, the shooter, 24-year-old Daniel Moreno of Rialto, ran from the restaurant to a nearby payphone. Witnesses say he pointed a gun at police before police shot and killed him. However, the memories of seeing his little brother killed, along with the good times that were taken away, still live on in Omar's mind.
I even like sleeping with him, and I like everything about him.
Back here live outside the Burger King, you can see bears, candles, and flowers. People have been bringing them all day starting, in fact, last night. They have gathered here. Coming up at 6, we'll talk to the people in the community and tell about how this is affecting the community and the outpour of support and love for the family. There's also been a fund set up at the Washington Mutual Bank in Pomona if anyone wants to help out the family. I talked to the family. They say they could use the help. They didn't have any insurance. Now, police tell us that there is still no motive, and they're still waiting on toxicology reports from the suspect. Reporting live in Pomona, Narissa Witherspoon, Channel 4 News.
Now on to target Iraq, and strong words tonight from President Bush, expressing frustration with allies reluctant to wage war against Iraq. President Bush says he will keep pressure on Iraq because Saddam Hussein is, quote, playing hide and seek with UN weapons inspectors. Mr. Bush says if the UN Security Council isn't willing to disarm Iraq, he'll do so without the United Nations.
This business about, more time. How much time do we need to see clearly that he's not disarming? As I said, this looks like a rerun of a bad movie, and I'm not interested in watching it.
Only England now is backing the Bush hardline, increasing the British Gulf force from 4,000 to 30,000 soldiers.
And the U.S. continues to amass more military might in the Persian Gulf. The Pentagon has ordered another 37,000 combat troops. Tonight, troops and reservists are making final preparations in places like Tampa, Florida, North Platte, Nebraska, and Wilmington, North Carolina. And 2 more U.S. aircraft carriers are headed to the Persian Gulf. The USS Theodore Roosevelt and USS Lincoln should arrive in 3 to 4 weeks. The Roosevelt, based in Norfolk, Virginia, is already working on training exercises off the east coast of the U.S. The Lincoln, based in Everett, Washington, is now operating near Australia. And keep it right here on the Channel 4 News for continuing coverage of Target Iraq and the military buildup in the Persian Gulf.
We have learned tonight that a 50-year-old man from Los Angeles is among those 3 Americans killed in a deadly avalanche in Canada. Dennis Yates was a musician and an avid outdoorsman who taught disabled children to ski. He was among a group of backcountry skiers who were buried by an avalanche yesterday in a remote area of British Columbia. A Northern California woman and a man from Colorado were also among the 7 people killed. Now, coming up at 6, we'll hear from Yates's friends about his skiing adventures. That's coming up at 6.
Now to preparations for Sunday's big game. The Oakland Raiders take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in San Diego. Our own Fred Rogan is live there right now. Fred, we saw the players. They have arrived. They got there yesterday. We understand you had a chance to talk to some of them today.
Hi, Colleen. Hello from the Gas Lamp District in San Diego. You mentioned the players got here yesterday. You see the Gas Lamp District behind me. The media has arrived here. Look who else is here. Raider fans have already started to infiltrate the city of San Diego. Now, here's an interesting note. Hotel reservations are actually down from the last time the Super Bowl was here in 1998. They're down 25%. So the players are here, and of course, the media is here.
It could be the blows from the brother with the cornrows.
Security.
Back from Warren.
You're the best. You're my favorite. Nice to meet you. Oh, nice seeing you. Thank you. A Don King impersonator only at Media Day, that hallowed time when writers and reporters from all corners of the globe swarm the players en masse with their own agendas. Most of the time, the players handle the herd with patience and grace. Most of the time.
Do you know you're at the Super Bowl? Super Bowl Media Day? What kind of questions is that? You want me to hit you, man? What kind of questions are these, man?
What if someone actually asked the most inane questions they could? We'll find out the answer to that later when Mr. Inane joins us on the Channel 4 News. Let's go back to Colleen and Michelle.
Fred, we thought perhaps that would be you asking those questions. I guess it wasn't, huh? Or are you
well,
Mr.
we'll find
Inane,
out who Mr.
AKA?
Inane is. We will find out.
Okay. All right, Fred. We'll see you later.
We might know.
I think so. A Minority report, a dramatic population change. Now a new group is the nation's largest minority. That story ahead.
Also tonight, gunned down, another tragic death to plague one Southland family. This time, a 7-year-old boy shot in his front yard.
And caught on tape, you might remember this, a brawl at a youth football game last year. Now 2 brothers accused in the fight face a judge.
Extreme rides, bigger, faster, scarier. Critics say they can actually cause brain trauma. Tonight, amusement parks fight back. The news at 5, just getting started.
You're watching the Channel 4 News at 5 with Paul Moyer, Colleen Williams, forecaster Fritz Coleman, and Fred Rogan Sports.
The Civic from Honda. It figures. Get special APR financing as low as 1.9% for up to 60 months on 2003 Civics.
Hey, Carl, thanks so much for taking care of the cat, the flowers, and everything. And if there's anything you need, well, you know where we are. Ready?
Yay! Where are they going?
Oh, never-ending pancakes down at IHOP.
Right now at IHOP, it's never-ending pancakes. Order a 5-stack of the buttermilk pancakes you love, and we'll be happy to keep them coming 3 at a time for as long as you want. All for only $3.99 every day. When the pancakes are endless, there's no telling how long you'll stay. IHOP, come hungry, leave happy.
Blood supplies have plummeted to near critical levels. Your blood is urgently needed. Call 1-800-GIVE-LIFE to schedule an appointment to donate blood. Together, we can save a life.
What about tile floor? Countertops? Cabinets?
No matter how big or small your redecorating project is, you'll find everything you need during the Home Depot Design Event. Get the new look you want now. Start with a new kitchen and bath design. We'll do it free. Or how about $200 worth of free cabinetry hardware with installation of 12 or more cabinets? And you'll pay nothing through July 2003 when you put it on your Home Depot credit card. Don't miss the Design Event now at the Home Depot.
Sassy Sharon. You thought you've heard it all? Next Extra, Mrs. Osborne's just getting started. Extra's got the inside scoop on her new show. Plus, an extra exclusive. Trista's men move in. But it's Trista who's making the big move, a sneak peek at the luxurious mansion. Then, they're back. American Idol, contenders or pretenders. How the new changes make the show sizzle. And the star-studded Sundance parties. Extra, we deliver.
Tonight at 7.
Dozens of law enforcement officers and firefighters are at the state capitol today to back the plan for higher vehicle registration fees. The higher registration fees are part of the governor's budget plan to make up for that crushing budget shortfall of nearly $35 billion. Police and firefighters say they need the money from higher fees in the face of deep cuts to their departments, cuts they say could put the public in jeopardy.
Latinos have surpassed African Americans as the largest minority group in the United States. Now, here are the latest census numbers from July 2001. The Census Bureau says there were 37 million Latinos versus 36.1 million African Americans. Demographers expect the trend to continue based on birth and immigration rates. Now, whites make up 70% of the population, while Asians are the third largest minority.
Okay, he is one of your favorite friends, and now David Schwimmer is taking on a new project. What is that project and why it's so out of character for him?
And changing your eating habits. In tonight's For Your Health, Dr. Bruce tells us why some think most Americans need to do just that. Plus, Fritz.
Good afternoon to you, folks. There are storms nearby, one getting pretty close over the next 24 hours. We'll talk about if your area will be included in that approach with my Skyscan forecast coming up in minutes. See you then.
Want to be the center of attention? Get into a 2003 Chevy Tahoe or Suburban. With $2,000 cash back or 0% APR, they sure look good. That's $2,000 cash back or 0 APR on a 2003 Tahoe or Suburban. Now that'll get your attention. $2,000 cash back or 0 APR on Tahoe and Suburban. See your Southern California Chevrolet dealer today.
You can store all this at Public Storage and pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. You can even store all this at Public Storage and still pay just $1 for the first month's rent. Call 1-800-44-STORE now. Offer ends soon.
Hi.
Hi, I'd like to start getting home delivery of the Sunday New York Times.
Now you can enjoy Sunday even more by getting the New York Times delivered to your home every weekend. And when you call now, you'll get 50% off the regular home delivery price.
I enjoy waking up and having the Sunday New York Times waiting for me. I know it'll tell me things that I won't hear, read, or see anywhere else.
I get international and cultural news, and I get a jump on the week ahead.
Call now to order, and you'll get the book review, travel, arts and leisure, week in review, and the New York Times Magazine.
On Sunday mornings, we catch up on what we really love. She goes straight for arts and leisure. I check out the magazine.
So call now to enjoy the Sunday New York Times for 8 weeks with home delivery at 50% off.
Hi, I'd like to start getting the Sunday New York Times at home. I think the only thing I enjoy more than doing the crossword puzzle is actually finishing it.
Call now, 1-800-426-3279, and get the Sunday New York Times delivered to your home every weekend.
For me, Sunday was made for the New York Times.
Turn here.
Sure, just hop in. It's easy. What could go wrong?
The Hyundai Santa Fe with America's best warranty. When you take things in stride, you win.
Own a 2003 Santa Fe for just $299 a month.
Actor David Schwimmer has just signed on for another season of NBC's Friends, but now he's reversing roles with another project opening tomorrow night in West Hollywood. It is a new play, and as Channel 4's Ted Chen reports, it is a far cry from Ross Geller.
Every movie you make is the highest-selling movie in the history of that studio. What?
Forget Ross. In his new play Turnaround, David Schwimmer plays a screenwriter who's not much of a nice guy.
I don't think you can write him off as just the bad guy, although his actions are pretty despicable.
The play is definitely not for kids, Schwimmer says, but it does throw him back to his younger days as a stage actor at Northwestern University. He says he doesn't mind being the big draw if it helps people appreciate the underappreciated theater in Los Angeles.
It's so hard to get an audience to come see theater in the first place that I'm thrilled if 10 more people are going to come see this play simply because I'm in it and they watch Friends. I'm glad to have him.
Schwimmer's co-stars include Jonathan Silverman from NBC's The Single Guy, Tom Everett Scott, John DiMaggio, and Jamie Ray Newman, who say working with a TV superstar is no big deal.
We treat him as an equal. I know I wash his car on Tuesday afternoons.
I got it on Wednesday.
Right. It's equally divided.
Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to know, but...
As for Friends, Schwimmer says the decision to go for a 10th season had to be unanimous.
We all decided that if just one of us were not up for it, then we'd say, no, it wouldn't be the same. Let's not do it.
Schwimmer will make another $20 million plus next year to play Ross, but he agrees it's like winning the lottery. He has to keep working in theater to keep from getting bored. Turnaround opens tomorrow night at the Coast Playhouse in West Hollywood. Ted Chen, Channel 4 News.
Boy, there are a lot of people who'd like to make $20 million and
No
still
kidding.
be bored. What do you think, Fritz?
Oh, yeah. Although it only takes a couple minutes to scratch a lottery ticket, and then you'd be bored after that. That would be it. That's the only way I'll get it. But
well.
Anyway, we have storms nearby. Matter of fact, we can see them if we squint and look northward. Maybe Santa Barbara with a rain chance tomorrow night. Look at some WeatherNet sites. A day when it felt a lot cooler than what we've had, but actually very close to normal. 60 was the high in Morro Bay at the Museum of Natural History, a new site. Hello there. 71 degrees at Santa Paula Union High School was the peak up in Santa Paula. Here at NBC, we hit 68 and 69 was the high in Southgate at San Miguel Elementary, and they're 59 degrees at the moment. Here's the Venice Beach camera. What a great sunset shot. Here are the numbers that we get every day from SC in downtown. 66 the high, last night's low 54. At the moment, we're 63, 70% relative humidity. The marine layer setting up and never really leaving in Santa Barbara, Ventura County, where the low clouds and fog held on for a portion of the afternoon. Rising pressure, variable winds at 6. Normal temperatures in your sunrise and sunset times. There's no reason to bury the lead. Everybody's concerned about Sunday. It's going to be dry and mild down there in San Diego. Ridge of high pressure defending against rain, skirting the rain to the north. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what's going on right now. Moisture just missing us. As a matter of fact, when you get from Point Conception northward, you're looking at a quarter to a half inch of rain all the way up through just south of the Bay Area, then an inch or so up into Northern California. They're just missing us by miles. Here's a look now at a combination of radar and satellite. We had some rain that was right down at Point Conception on the 11 o'clock news last night, but it dissipated in the ridge over us, and we're going to have the same thing tomorrow. Leading up to that, we'll have the return of the low clouds and fog tonight, gone very quickly to a mixture of clouds and sun tomorrow, almost the same sky feel that we had today, and temperatures 2 or 3 degrees warmer. Then tomorrow afternoon into Thursday, a very rich frontal system is going to move right down close to us, probably in the same position as last night, but a lot more moist. So we can't rule out the possibility that San Luis Obispo, Santa Maria, Santa Barbara may get a shower tomorrow night into maybe Thursday morning. That's as far south as it'll go. The rest of us, a combination of clouds and sun until we get into the weekend, and then things get dry and warm again. Tomorrow's temperatures, 64 to 68 as we fly Skyscan 4 from the beaches into the San Gabriel Valley, 66 to 71 there in Pasadena, Altadena, and Monrovia, and then into the Inland Empire. Riverside, San Bernardino areas, 66 to 71. Normal temperatures for this time of year. Partly cloudy tonight, 54 the low. Fog in the morning, clearing off as you drive to work with a temperature of 60. Clouds and sun with a peak of 68 degrees tomorrow. Surf ranges from 1 to 3 up in Santa Barbara, Ventura County to 3 to 4 down in San Diego. We have a west swell, 5 to 8 feet. Variable winds onshore, 8 to 15 knots. At night, 40s and 50s. For instance, 47 in Santa Clarita, 55 in Torrance, the other extreme, 54 at Huntington Beach and Redondo, the same. Highs tomorrow, a little bit warmer. Mid and upper 60s at the beach, maybe 70 or a degree above farther inland San Bernardino, 70 degrees. So the morning overcast, gone to a mixture of clouds and sun. We're still looking at the weekend with a gentle offshore flow. We'll call it breezes, not a Santa Ana wind, but 74 downtown on Saturday and Sunday means mid and upper 70s, maybe 80 in the valleys. We don't need it. There's rain close by. If we could just kind of coerce it down here, it'd be great.
Quite a different 5-day outlook from
It really
last
is.
week, huh?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay, thanks, Fritz. See you later. Let's check on traffic now with Steve Truitt. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Michelle. It's kind of heavy out there on the 10 freeway. We're going to talk about that in one sec. First, let's go downtown and see a picture of the 110 freeway at Gage Avenue. A little misty there and a little foggy, maybe too, maybe not. I'm not sure, but it definitely is heavy in both directions in and around downtown. We'll go back to the 101 in 1 second. Right now, the 10 freeway westbound connector to both sides of the 57 closed right now. An overturned big rig with a lot of empty bottles spilled in the roadway. If you're backed up to Town Avenue, a good alternate if you're stuck there is Arrow Highway, but I would take the 60. It's a better drive. Now, in 101 northbound, before Rampart accident in the right lane backs you up to the 10. Southbound Spectator is slow as well, leaving Santa Monica Boulevard on that Hollywood freeway. I'm Steve Truitt with Metro Traffic. Back to you two in the studio.
All right, Steve, thank you. The AAA has started a new public safety campaign tonight, focusing on distracted drivers. Here is a live look from our camera in downtown Los Angeles right now, where it's a safe bet that dozens of drivers are multitasking behind the wheel as we speak. The Auto Club says 1/4 of all crashes involve at least one driver who is not paying attention. Now, here's a list of what the AAA wants you to do, to stop doing, actually, while you are driving. Stop eating or drinking. Stop using your cell phones. Stop putting on makeup or shaving or reaching for something else. Having an intense conversation with someone, either in the car or on the phone. The AAA wants you to concentrate on one thing and one thing alone, and that is driving.
You know, I saw someone on the freeway yesterday looking at a map on the steering wheel, driving down the freeway. Distracted driver.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah. Coming up, J-Lo entering a new chapter in her life. We explain next.
Plus, singer Bobby Brown in the hospital tonight. We'll tell you why next.
Coming up at 6, a local school heavily vandalized while class is still in session. How it happened. Plus, want a big tax break this year? The car you need to buy. And a sneak peek at this year's most memorable Super Bowl ads tonight at 6.
Having the gang over for the big game bash? Smart & Final has everything you need to make sure your party really scores, including an incredible array of appetizers and a great selection of beverages. Get smart. Smart & Final, the smaller, faster warehouse store.
When the engineers that designed the GMC Envoy XL look at a Ford Explorer, what do they see? Not as much front head and legroom as Envoy XL. Envoy XL has